Alright, yo, what's good, yo? It's Jus Daze. I just walked outside. I'm in my fucking car right now. Armageddon. Huh. What a fucking long day it's been, yo. Um, and a lot of shit happened today. Um, shouts to Smack, PoisonPen.tv and everybody that came out, but, obviously there's a lot of controversy with the event. And I'm going to tell y'all my perspective because I've been with y'all all fucking day. So, let me tell you what happened. So, boom. I left to get to the event. I got to the event around 3:30, something like that. Line was packed around Gramercy Theater. I was with Pen, Poison Pen. Shouts to Poison Pen. We managed to get into the front, and, the line situation was ridiculous. Gramercy Theater was treating the battlers like shit, treating the people like shit. They had no control over that capacity of a crowd. They definitely, you could tell they were not able to handle that in a rational way. And this shit was crazy. So, certain people were going in, certain people weren't. They were charging everybody at the fucking door, $100 at the door. Some people got in, some people didn't. I remember seeing Math through the VIP entrance, and everybody they weren't even trying to let VIPs in basically. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was general public, staff members. They weren't trying to hear none of that shit. They were trying to play everybody more or less. So, after waiting online for about 40 minutes, something like that, and I'm telling you, battlers, like Hoffa was getting into it with one of the guys, and basically, they were trying to disrespect, and they were talking down to people, and they were treating people like fucking pieces of shit, Cops had somewhat of a hold on the situation. Not that there was a situation, but, them just being there, every now and then flexing when they had to, whatever. They really wasn't assholes or nothing like that, so I can't, rag on the cops too bad, so whatever. After a while, I got in, and I was inside for a hot minute, and it just was not popping. I went on Twitter. I read on Twitter that the event was canceled. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. They setting up lights and shit right now. And the first battle took place. It was very, very fucking empty. We were all talking about, we were sitting in the seat portion of Gramercy Theater. If you know what Gramercy Theater looked like, it's got the stage, and then it's got a floor, and then it's got these stairs with theater seats. It's got old-fashioned theater seats and shit like that. So that's what the fuck was there. And we was all joking and shit, but the first battle was JC versus Young Ill. That shit was a great fucking battle. They both put on really, really, really good. Honestly, they if they set the pace for what this event was gonna be, it's a fucking shame that it didn't happen, because those battles were fucking crazy. That battle itself was crazy. Nobody, I would say, lost that battle. If anything, I think Ill proved why he's considered the best at what he does, or one of the best at what he does, and JC definitely moved up in the ranks a lot, as opposed to what he's been doing. He's been putting on classic battles. So shouts to JC, shouts to Ill. That was a great fucking battle. Boom. Next battle gets set up. Suge is on stage. I see that the silhouette of a fucking dinosaur. Motherfuckers on stage. And Bill Collector's there, and Calico was on Suge's side, and some shit happened, and I'm not sure. I don't want to say any names. I think I know who it was, but I'm not gonna say any names or whatever. They start popping shit from the crowd. Now, mind you, there's not a lot of people in the crowd, so I'm almost positive I saw who it was, but I ain't gonna say shit because I don't want shit to escalate or nothing like that. But anyway, they had words. Cal steps off the stage, gets in this motherfucker's face, and just gets stupid. The battle probably could have went on, but at the same time, I don't think it really mattered if it would have went on, because they were in the process of shutting down the whole fucking event anyway. Not that we knew it, but they were in the process of shutting the event down. And before that battle even got to take place, Bill Collector and Shotgun, shit got shut down. One of the people who worked at Gramercy happens to be a very close homie of mine, asked me if I could hit up the Pyramid and see if they could do it. Poison Pen got on the wire, tried to get it, everybody tried to improvise and do what the fuck they had to do, just to salvage the event, Pen made some moves happen, and we ended up going to the pyramid, and the crowd came here. And again, this was just not a night that this place was set up for this kind of capacity. And you know, fucking, I mean, I had to help, at the front, my man Doug and shit, he was the only security there, so I'm not gonna let anything happen to him. And EO Dub is like family to all of us out here in fucking New York, so I wasn't gonna try to let anything happen to him. So I was trying to, and it's crazy because I was meeting and greeting people like at the same time were recognizing me from the HFK battle, and like at the same time meeting people face to face, then people then the rappers. It's hard to facilitate all that. I'm not sure if everybody in the public understands what that is, but it's kind of fucking crazy to deal with that chaos, along with a bunch of worrying people, along with people like kicking all types of rumors online. So it's a lot to fucking handle. So basically, what's hilarious? So Pete, right after Gramercy shut down, I went around the block to this place, Atomic Wing. Sway was in there. Shouts to Sway, always showing fucking love anytime he sees motherfucker, keeps it mad real. And Dose was in there, and I didn't even know what the fuck Dose looked like in person. And me and Dose had like a little play battle in the spot. I killed him. But anyway, that was crazy. Pen comes in, Poison Pen comes in, and Just One comes in, and they're like, yo, that was Dose, right? I'm like, that was Dose? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so back to EO Dub at the pyramid, it was crazy trying to facilitate that. Finally, everybody's trying to get their entourages in. Everybody's trying to get in. There's no sight of Knobs, no sight of Chico, Beasley, Smack. We just trying to make everything run as smooth as possible, get everybody in, whatever. I'm still updating y'all motherfuckers, switching batteries and all that. Finally, they get in touch with Conceited. Conceited was away. Surf was there. There was a bunch of battlers there. I mean, Rex and Diz was there. Math and Dose was there. But honestly, it wasn't the place for that. I don't think those battles, y'all would have appreciated them going down there. The audio wasn't there for that type of shit live to go down. And it wasn't, it's not fair to the battlers. And I don't think it's fair to the fans. And it's not fair to what that battle possibly could be, because those are great battles and great matches, and I know y'all want to see them. I wanted to see them, but they were not. This wasn't the spot to do that. So what they did was they did Ill versus Surf versus Conceited. My bad, I'm fucking tired, yo. It was a good battle, Conceited had a lot of fucking bars, yo. Conceited he barred this motherfucker to death, and Surf's angles were very creative. I don't want to say too much because I think these battles are going to come out within the week or something, I think they're working on something for y'all because, URL, they love the fans, and they know what it is, and, Poison Pen and everybody honors and respects the fans for what it is, so, I think they're going to come out. So I don't want to say too much, but it was a good battle. It's very debatable. It goes back to style preference. There was rumors that Math versus Dose was going to happen. I seen Math leave, so I kind of figured that wasn't going to happen. Diz is still walking around. I don't think Diz wanted to do the battle after all because a lot of his people that came to see him weren't able to come in, so on and so forth. Like I said, you got to do what you got to do last minute. That's hood shit. You make the best of what you have work. And it's just been a fucking hell of a day for battle rap and the rappers involved. And I think altogether, nothing crazy happened, no violence happened. So at the end of the day, we all kind of won. 2 great battles happened. History was made, and at the end of the day, it's also not URL or the battlers' faults either. Nobody's less at fault here. Things didn't happen with the venue, okay, at Webster Hall, and that kind of set off a domino effect for things to spiral down, but motherfuckers still made shit happen. So you can't be that upset at that, At the last minute, everybody pulled through to try to make something happen. I think if the fans were a little more cooperative at Gramercy, it would have been a different story. But, I don't want to blame the people online, but I do think that intimidated and had a big factor with what went on at Gramercy today. I don't know what set it off with Webster Hall, and I'm not sure if that even is relevant at this point, but I do know that it's been one hell of a fucking day. Everybody's tired. And to put all the rumors to sleep, nothing fucking bad happened to anybody. There was no pushing a dose. Nobody was bullied. Nobody was, I'm telling you, like, the most crazy thing that happened was at Gramercy, that Calico and person in the crowd, little beef that they got into. But other than that, y'all got two good battles. Y'all got some battles to look forward to. I don't know what Smack's gonna do. I don't know what his plans are. And that's it, man. At the end of the day, this is fucking hip hop. The bottom line is keep going. Don't stop. The show don't stop. You got to keep going in hip hop. Even when shit fucks up, you keep going. And we did. Everybody did today. The fans, the battlers, the leagues. And y'all can hate that the battles didn't happen, but at the end of the day, two of them did. So at least that's something. It didn't stop. The show went on. It didn't carry out the way it was supposed to, but it is what it is, man. So fuck with your boy, man. At Jus Daze. Come on.